Hello, welcome to my class or to my speech. I appreciate everybody coming. Shelby, Bubba, Teresa, and Elisa, John, and Chalo. I appreciate it. Evelyn and Carol. Thank you so much. This is a quick little speech about how to care for antique books and glass. First of all, I want to share this with you. I got this off of Amazon, and it's called Absorene, Absorene. It's a kind of an unusual, not even sure what to call it. It's almost like a clay type thing, but it's a dry cleanser um, that you use, and it comes with a latex sponge. I'm allergic to latex, so you will need to wear latex free gloves when you use this to clean it. This came together. It was less than $20 on Amazon.com. Again, it's Absorene, and excuse me, it does great for cleaning the bindings of the books. Some of the pages, you just have to be really, really careful. Um, I would check if it's a first edition book, and if you're thinking it may be worth several $100s or maybe even several thousand, like a first edition of The Wizard of Oz or something in that category, I would have it looked at first by an archivist or somebody who would know more than I would know, or pretty much anybody else on YouTube, unless they are a professional. This is just things that I have used that has been tried and true. I have found a couple of first edition books that I have on my eBay store for sale. I have sold one item that I paid 25 cents for and sold it for $125. So that's always fun. The fun is the treasure hunting or the junking, is as people say. And a lot of times it's glassware that holds a memory for you. This is some depression glass, and I thought this is really pretty. It's got the little three-leaf clovers, if you can see that very, very well. And this is just a really lovely piece that I got in the depression glass category. And the best way to clean this is with Dawn and warm soapy water. And I figure that if they can wash wildlife in it, it's got to be pretty gentle. It gets rid of the dirt, but I guess leaves the oils that they need behind. But if you're going to use your kitchen sink to wash your items, to clean your items, I would either do it in a little basin, sit a basin down inside, and use lukewarm water. Don't have any extreme temperatures in your water. Some of this glass is so fragile. Some of the pieces that I have are like paper thin, these glasses, and I'm almost afraid to touch it. You just have to be very gentle and light-handed with it. The depression glass is pretty sturdy, but it scratches really easy. So you don't want to put pieces in there together. You don't want to put silverware in there or anything else that would scratch it. And a lot of times you think, well, this is common sense things that people should know. Pick things up with two hands, especially if your hands are wet and soapy. But I've seen people in antique stores, they'll grab it under here, and then they'll want to look under the bottom, and then the lid gets broken. And you'll see on eBay a lot of times these are for sale for several dollars, and it'll say no lid, or sometimes people just sell the lid because it is kind of a rare find to find things all in order. But just wash it in warm soapy water. Sometimes some of the white, like the milky white glass, like this Pyrex, it may have a stain on it, on the white. You can use vinegar, and that's okay. I wouldn't use a magic eraser. I don't know. Some of these pieces, it might be okay. Most everything kind of wipes off, but you don't want to destroy the luster on these dishes, because maybe a lot of them, they're made different. Some of these certainly were made before microwaves, so you have to be real careful about what you clean them with. You don't want it to be to scratch it. And I know a lot of times with the clear pieces, there are going to be scratches on those for the most part, and there's really not a lot you can do with it. This is actually where the rim seats onto to the piece. But on the other hand, it's hard to find Pyrex with the lid. So that's a good find if you can find it with the lid. So basically, some collectors have used Windex. That's okay. I would still just go with the minimal. It's not a big deal. It's not rocket science. I would just put it in a warm pan. A water with lukewarm, in a basin with lukewarm water and some Dawn or some vinegar. Pretty much natural stuff like that is not going to hurt. You don't want it to be, real crazy acidic, especially with the decals on some of the stuff like that was with the Pyrex. And room temperature with a lot of stuff. If stuff is in storage, if you live in a climate where it's very cold and then you bring it into the house, let it get room temperature before you stick it in a dish pan of warm water. Otherwise, it's going to crack. A lot of times with those old tea pitchers, the same thing. If people, if it's cold weather and they stick them in a warm sink of water, they're going to just crackle and be of no use to you at all. Let me touch base again about the Absorine on your books. Be very careful on the pages. If it's a fragile, crumbly page, I'm not sure that I would do it at all. But this says this can do any kind of paper, and it's a company since 1891. So it really does clean off dust, dirt, and smoke. And I know with a lot of books that you get, they have that mildewy smell. I have stored mine in garbage bags and just dumped boric acid powder in it to kill the silverfish. I got these several children's books at an estate sale, and they're awesome. And I think some of them are worth quite a bit. And there were also coloring books. But as we know, silverfish love paper. So don't store your stuff in paper. I try not to store anything in cardboard boxes. I try to put everything in a tote, bubble wrap and tote if it's glassware. But this actually can help get that mildew smell out. I know there have been other, and I'll put charcoal in there as well, like a chunk of charcoal that you get to grill with. That'll pull some of the odor out of it. And then when I feel like I've got as much as I can do chemically, you can always lay them in the sunshine, and that will draw out a lot of the odor as well. So I hope you find this helpful and hope you enjoy treasure hunting and find some really cool things. My email is kimcarden@hotmail.com. And if you find some treasures, send them to me. Let me see what you have. I hope you have a great day and enjoy this. If there's anything I can do or help you find any treasures, just let me know. Thank you.